To you proudly. Our next speaker is Dave GLASER, also someone much more athletic than I will ever be. He actually said he would love to be on American Ninja Warrior, and when you meet him, you will understand why dude could crush it. Guess what? He has also not seen Casablanca. Apparently, is it Casablanca? Casablanca? Casablanca. All right. See, when I moved here, I thought it was Colorado, and then was like, no, it's Colorado. I'm like, but what about Nevada? No, it's Nevada. I just don't, I'm from Kansas, guys. So, Kansas. Oh, hey, Jayhawks. All right. And the last text that he got when I sent out these questions was, awesome. Maddie and I will be home by 7:30. So if you want to share your last text with me, that would be great. Yep. So let's bring out Dave and listen to what he has to say.
As quietly as you can, I would like you to put on your mask. Hold your hand up to half of your face and pick a partner and turn to them and make eye contact. And I want you to note how genuinely you are smiling. Can you feel it? Can you feel it reciprocated from your partner? Now, remove your mask and note you're still smiling genuinely. Can you feel that from your partner? Can you feel that exuding from yourself? I began my personal growth journey about 2 years ago because honestly, my business and my relationships weren't where I wanted them to be. I felt as if I needed to start over completely fresh, and so I pursued knowledge, growth, and on that, I recently discovered that the word personality comes from the Latin word for mask. And our personalities are full of tendencies. Our tendencies define us, and they help us make choices. A few masks I found along the way are the material mask, where we buy shit that we don't need to make other people believe that we have our shit together. The Joker mask, the athlete mask, the sexual mask. I appear to wear the athlete mask most often so that I can hide that child inside. From outward looking in, you may think everything's okay, but everything's not okay. Over the past 2 years, my sport of choice has been jiu-jitsu. And there's nothing more humbling than getting your face smashed 4 or 5 times a week to help you remove that athlete mask. Trust me. Right, Darren? Swipe left. I knew I was going to get caught up at this moment because of Katie's speech. I find myself saying, everything's okay, I'm fine. And that is the Stoic mask. But you know what? Everything's not fine. Everything is not okay. And I wanted to bring to the forefront my vulnerability. What happens to my core values when I'm wearing my mask? What happens to the relationships that I've been trying to build when I'm wearing that Stoic mask? Am I being my true, authentic self when I hide behind that mask? It was honestly to the detriment of my relationships. My family wasn't where I wanted it to be. I would come home at the end of the day and I'd be wearing my Stoic mask from a really hard day at work, and it was affecting our quality time. They would ask me how my day was. Everything's fine. I'm okay. But that's not true because I was hiding behind my mask. And me, most often, I've said it before, I wear my Stoic mask. When I begin to let you see through my mask, I start to see those latent tendencies disappear. And out of a quote that I've loved from the Sacred Enneagram is, once we no longer polish the mask, that's when the spiritual journey really begins. And mind if I get emotional a little bit, but 2017 was really rough. The most impactful thing that I can give you and let you walk away with tonight is that when we're on that path, when we're falling, we most oftentimes don't see that downward spiral happening for ourselves. We may need a signal flare or a warning sign to alert us that things are not going well, otherwise known as rock bottom. You can use these signal flares or warning signs on your own personal growth journey to help lead you back home to where you belong. When I am feeling at my best, I actually find myself being more of a helper of other people. I champion causes such as poverty and social causes. And it took me a long time to find my true purpose in this life. But once I did, I realized that I had a true passion for serving people with a history of trauma that wanted to become stronger physically, mentally, and emotionally. The first impression that I gave you tonight may have been one of arrogance or conceit. But now that I've exposed my vulnerability and been a little bit more authentic with you, you may find me a little bit more approachable or softer. And when I find that I remove my stoic mask, that's when the true innocence and virtue is found within my own personality. What if you were to remove your own mask from here on out? Thank you. My name is Dave GLASER.
American Ninja Warrior. All right. When he said it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a stretch.